TV 33 when you want, where you want, how you want. WHPR is now in your pocket. Download our free app by going to the App Store or Google Play and enter WHPR TV in the search engine. And there we are. You can download WHPR TV or radio. You heard about it. Now come be a part of it. Roku Detroit Worldwide. Approximately 8 million viewers.
Betty and Debbie both need to trim their dog's nails, but Betty's dog hates having his nails trimmed, so she struggles every time. And her regular clippers pinch and cut to the quick. But Debbie's dog doesn't mind it at all because she's found a simple solution. Introducing Paw Perfect, the new safe, quick, and easy way to keep your dog's nails trimmed perfectly. Paw Perfect uses a rotary filing action, just like the pros do, to gently file the nail to a perfectly smooth finish, giving you precise, pain-free trimming right at home. Paw Perfect replaces old-fashioned, painful clippers like these and makes nail grooming safe and easy for just $19.99. That's less than one trip to the groomer. We'll even give you free shipping. Order right now and you can get a second Paw Perfect. Just pay a separate fee. Yes, you get it all.
To order, call 1-800-329-5718 or go to trypawperfect.com. That's 1-800-329-5718 or visit trypawperfect.com.
You can have your own party on TV. Party with R.J. Watkins and the TV 33 family when you hold your own Facebook watch party. Connect all your friends with our friends, and we can have a watch party together. Watch your favorite TV shows when you want, how you want, with your favorite people. Here's how it works. Log on to Facebook from your computer or tablet and go to the RJ Watkins fan page at facebook.com/TV33WHPR, the one with the blue WHPR logo on the left. Like us. Click the word videos with the red tag that says live next to it. Then click the share button at the bottom of the video player and select start a watch party. Invite whoever you want. Your party will be recorded and archived for playback anytime you want. 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. At the end of the month, the viewer that has the most people at their watch party will be invited on the TV show live. Come on, let's have a party. Alexa, open TV 33 Live. Alexa, open FM Detroit. Alexa, open FM Virgin Islands. Now you can listen to WHPR, TV 33, and WVIE on Amazon Echo. Don't miss a minute of your favorite shows. And find out how you can have your own show heard worldwide on Amazon Echo. For more information, go to FirestickTVNetwork.com or call us at 313-868-6612. The Watkins Broadcasting Company.
With any of Life Alert's 3 emergency systems, help can be summoned immediately, and batteries never need charging.
This is Life Alert. I'm calling for help right now.
Life Alert saves a life from a catastrophe every 11 minutes.
For a free brochure, call 1-800-806-5030. 1-800-806-5030.
Complete Victory Fitness, 23120 Coolidge Highway in Oak Park, Michigan. Trainer Al is the owner and one of the trainers at the gym. Join a fitness community studio that is passionate, determined, and supportive. Whether you're here for a day or committed to years, we've got exactly what you need. Good, clean, safe environment, ultimate memberships, one-on-one personal training, group fitness, small group training, Zumba, yoga, classes designed especially for seniors, boot camp, and even something for the kids. All instructors are certified and trained. Call or visit today to be on your way to a healthy lifestyle. You can have results or excuses, not both. Call 248-987-8318. That's 248-987-8318. Complete Victory Fitness, 23120 Coolidge Highway in Oak Park, Michigan.
Music of your lives.
It's the only station that sounds like it was made for me.
And I can't stop listening. 107.3 FM WVIE.
What's up? We're DMK, and you're tuned in to WVIE 107.3 FM, U.S. Virgin Islands.
It's Wake 'em Up Wednesday on WVIE 107.3 FM. Radio we can see with Renee.
What's up? This is the one and only Timmy Tim Live, and you are now watching Renee Stepping Out on Faith, right here on 107.3 WVIE. Take it away, Renee.
I will take it away, Tim. Thank you so much. Mr. Wacker's going to get me. Welcome to WVIE 107.3 FM, U.S. Virgin Islands Studios. I'm Renee Stepping Out on Faith, and it's more than a pleasure to be here. It's Wake 'em Up Wednesday, and we got you right here. We're going to wake you up. I had a special guest in the building, a couple of special guests with Icon 10 today, one of Detroit's own for sure. And we're glad that he's here in the building. I'm trying to find my applause. Give me a second. I want to make sure everybody get what they supposed to have around here. And we're going to talk about what Icon 10 is about, what they're doing, how long they've been doing what they're doing, and how you can get involved with helping out Icon 10. And that's going to be super great. Let me see if I get some of that. Let me see. All right, so let's bring to the microphone right now in the house, CEO, I want to say, of Icon 10, founder and fellow returning citizen as well, and we love you, Mr. Dwight Harris. Welcome. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm glad to be here. Thank you. Thank R.J. Watkins. Thanks R.J. Watkins family.
I want you to I gotta check my I gotta get these chairs from behind me. I want you to introduce yourself, and I'm gonna ask you some questions, but I want you to give us a formal introduction because I'm also gonna introduce your guest as well. But I'd like you to give us just a little bit of who you are and what you're about with Icon 10 and where Icon 10 came from. For example, how long has Icon 10 been around?
Icon 10 has been around probably like a year and a half now.
Okay, making great progress, though, already.
Yes.
Let's talk about some of the things that Icon 10 consist of.
Icon 10, we consist of working with the youth, which is a Yale group. We call it Yale. It was a group that we had started back in like 2014 when we were doing ceasefire work on the east side when I was working for Children's Aid Society. And so we were engaging the community. At this time, we were engaging from the ComStat that ceasefire gave out every month. We would engage the area which they call was a hot spot. And at that hot spot, what we would do is bring a lot of resources right there on the corner, like Ross and Kelly, and we would give
East side for real.
Yeah, east side. And so this area here at this time was the most dangerous area in Detroit at that particular time as far as violent crime. And so what we did, we just gave out resources, and we kept a contact list. And so on that contact list, after we had did it for like a couple months, we found that we had a lot of children on there that were young, and we had no program for them. So we started a program called Yale, which was Youth Equality, Learning to Live. And this group was based on critical thinking tools where we can get our youth to learning about thinking before they do the things.
I heard that. Thinking first. And you know, these type of things should be taught at home.
Yes.
Yet, in there, if they're not, we don't blame anybody.
Yeah.
We teach, reach one, teach one, right?
That's right.
I like to talk about Mike. Mike, is it Mike? I can't just say Mike. I need all of it.
That's all of it. That's how they say it, Mike.
They just say Mike. I got to say Mike somebody who what? Everything?
Just say Mike Bailey, baby.
Mike Bailey?
Yeah.
Well, welcome to
That's
TV
Mike.
33, Mike. Let me get you in on here so everybody get to see you. How you doing?
I'm wonderful. I'm blessed.
Welcome to Wake 'em Up Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
You're part of Icon 10, yes?
Yes, I am.
And if you could share what who you are and what Icon 10 has done for you.
My name is Michael Bailey. And I did 50 years. I just came on.
Oh, my God.
I went in when I was 16. Came out when I was
strong.
66.
Okay.
So, and Icon 10 is the first organization that reached to me. You know, they do everything. Icon 10 is everything. They do everything. They help everything and everybody.
Now, when you say they help, they reached out to you.
Right.
Does that mean that you, like, when you were coming home, you got letters from them or something to saying that, hey, we can help you with what, housing?
We can help
or
you with financing. We can help you with housings. We can help you with a job.
with finding a job? All right, Icon 10, y'all finding work, huh?
Yeah, they find work too.
Employment.
And help people reacclimate.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
We help people reacclimate.
Yeah.
Okay.
It ain't too much that they don't do. They do everything. They everywhere.
Okay. And you said only a year. Now, it's got to be difficult. Are you getting kickback?
We haven't got no funding yet. So most of the funding comes from the guys as a part of Icon 10 and us basically paying out of pocket. We have did a few fundraisers. But basically we were just trying to understand our programming and what direction we were going to go. We base any social programming, especially if it has any connection to prison reform. When I say prison reform, I'm talking about reform from the rooty to the tootie.
Okay.
Meaning that we're dealing with the children, the household that the children is in, as well as the parent that's in prison. And so we're trying to unite the household with those that's in prison to make things better, to make their reacclimating as well as their adjustment better once they return back to society.
I was with you guys around Christmas time where you took care, helped out some children whose parents were incarcerated.
Yes.
And passed out toys and things of that nature because the parent was missing out of the home.
Yes. And so the thing about that program, and that's a program that we're going to implement this year, we just want to reach out to the children whose parents that's incarcerated. The thing about it, I was a child whose parent was incarcerated.
Okay.
And I know how important it is for a child to get something from the parent that's incarcerated.
And can't.
And it can't. And the thing about it is that when we're talking about support and we're talking about social programming in the neighborhood, it's very important that we include those that's incarcerated, because those that's incarcerated now, and it has been shown, proven by law, that you can get out of prison after doing a substantial amount of time in prison, such as Mike Bailey, who's on. He was one of the guys when we were young going in the 80s. We talking about somebody had already been in prison probably 30 years by the time we got there. And so, and he was one of the guys that were what we call stand up and respectful. We didn't deal with no type of abuses or nothing from him. He just respectful stand up guy. And we respected him and we learned. And that's how we learned. These were the father figures in prison. A lot of times when you talk about prison, a lot of people out here don't understand the life that we lived in prison, in which I lived 25 years of my prison, of my life, in my young life in prison. And in there, we learn from each other.
And it's not easy.
And it's not easy.
It's not easy. And you said, Mike, you said 16?
Yes.
How were they even able to do that at 16? Is that considered an adult?
Well, I got waived as a juvenile during that time. It was 1970. You know.
Do you know I wasn't even born?
Oh, no?
I wasn't here till the 71. Yeah. But you're here now.
Well, I'm here now.
Look,
I'm a survivor.
I was going to say, and you made it. Come on.
I'm a survivor.
And then the thing is, like, when you look at society as a whole, from like the early 1900s, not too long coming out of slavery in 1865, we haven't actually had a society of just being free for over 100 years yet. And so this is this is the first time in history that people have been incarcerated and was able to live that long and come home to be able to see it. These are stories that need to be told. People need to hear about them so we can understand how to effectively punish or sentence people for crimes that they commit.
You say effectively.
Effectively, And the reason I say effectively, because November 2017, United States Supreme Court had ruled that juvenile life was unconstitutional.
I agree.
And that sentence was cruel and unusual. And the decision was based on a doctor's research of the brain, saying that I don't want to quote the doctor, but what he said, paraphrasing, was that at 16 to the age, I want to say 24 to 26, that you're not capable of making an adult decision. And because of that, people, young guys, should not be in prison for the rest of their life. And so that is a landmark case that had been put on the books since 2017.
Okay.
And one of the things that we're doing across the country, because I'm talking to a lot of advocates of getting rid of the life sentence, and actually this weekend in Romulus, there's a life sentencing convention that's talking about how to get rid of the life sentencing. But the thing about the life sentencing now is that we have to look at it different, and it's saying that kids that makes these decisions at the age of 16 should not be in prison for the rest of their life. I agree. And the reason I agree, because most of those guys that were sentenced to prison were my friends, and they're still my friends. I grew up with them.
Okay.
And the only difference was that I had an outdate and they didn't. And so I'm a strong advocate of lifer reform.
Okay.
And the sentencing processes that sentence young men to prison across this country. And those sentences are a lot of time disproportionate. And some of the time, I believe some of the judges are goes a little bit out of bounds with the sentencing. And I think all people should take responsibility for the things that they do. But when you're a juvenile, and according to this research, evidently a lot of people believe in the research of this doctor. That research says when we were kids, that those decisions that we made then, once we become adults, that we would not make again.
I heard that. And is it because of what we have to go through, the consequences?
Where's the consequences? I mean, a lot of people have been speaking on this topic for years and years in and years out while we were incarcerated. I could kind of speak for a lot of people that was incarcerated and that's still incarcerated, that the narrative about guys that's in prison is false. The truth of the matter is that a lot of people did commit crimes, and a lot of people did do the things that they did. There's a lot of people in prison, 5%, probably over another 300,000 right now, statistically, they says that's in there for wrongful convictions. And because of those things there, we must also bear in mind that the people that go to prison were juveniles. And so what happened in society, when you look at the prison system, you look at the prison system as a bunch of grown men. Where there wasn't a bunch of grown men that went to prison. It was a bunch of juveniles, youth, that had went to prison.
That was sentenced.
To those loans. And had did things against society. And they were wrong. Some were and some wasn't. And because of the police practices across the country, that whatever they can do to get a guy locked up, they would. If they couldn't and they had a problem catching the guy, they would lie on him, you know. And so because of those things, those percentage of people were put in prison as well. But here today, all lifers are coming home, and evidently somebody from the doctor's field, educational field, psychology field says that those that were in prison when they were young can actually come home and be functional today.
And not follow that pattern that got them in prison.
Yes. And so Icon 10 was founded based on that principle. And Icon 10 means I can overcome negativity.
One more time.
I can overcome negativity. We all are overcoming negativity.
To the 10th power or what?
To the 10th, to the 1,000th power.
That's right.
We all are trying to make a difference in our life. Whether you've been in prison, whether you are abused, whether you on drugs, whether you still on drugs, whether you're a gambler, or whatever it is that you go through, that that gives some type of social injustice become a social barrier to you. We all going through something, and because of that, Icon 10 was formed. It was me and a brother named Timothy Kincaid. Timothy Kincaid did, I want to say, 29 years in prison. He changed his name to Shatik. I don't know his other name. And one of the things I could say about him was that he's a trailblazer for justice, especially juvenile justice, and trying to get juveniles out of prison across the country. And once he came home, he wasn't home 60 days, and he had an aneurysm. And just a week ago, he passed. And so Icon 10, we're celebrating Shatik's life and the things and his vision that he wanted to put on the floor. Things that he wanted to talk about. Things that he wanted to live out of his, what he said was the remaining of his life here on, on earth and being free. He wanted to spend it for justice and equality for all people.
I heard that. Couple questions, and we're going to go to the clips that we have. One, I was going to say, we got to name some type of, I know Icon 10 is part of what Shatik, you said, had something to do with Shatik, but you have to name some type of foundation or some type of grant or something, that to put it with Icon 10 after him, some type of something. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Mike.
Yes.
Did you, during this time and all those years, did they offer you any type of help, any psychological help, or say that you may, would it have helped, or did they just say no, just do this time and this is what it is?
Well, they told me to do the time because the juvenile life thing didn't
wasn't added. It wasn't put together.
It didn't apply to me.
Oh,
that was it. It just applied to the brothers that had life without parole. See, I was sentenced to a life with parole.
Okay. You did 50 years though.
Yeah.
When was the parole? I mean,
yeah, exactly.
So that's the claw, the overlay
right,
for the underplay.
It's
for
systemic.
them.
A lot of the problems are systemic.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Help me.
Systemic means that it's just in the system and that it's just a part of what's going to happen to you because you're there.
Right.
And a lot of the problems need to be corrected. It's just in the system, it's in policy, and it's in procedures in terms of how you deal with a lifer that can be released as opposed to dealing with a lifer that can't be released. And in his case, there were lifers that were released that didn't. He don't have a murder. He didn't have a murder. So it's just the way that they were sentenced.
It wasn't a murder case, and he was still 50 years?
He did 50 years. But he had life for robbery.
Okay.
As a kid, though. When I'm showing you is the disparity.
And this was Michigan?
And this was Michigan, yeah.
1970.
Wow.
And he was a kid. See, what we have to realize is that, kids can do some atrocious things.
Right.
Now, I'm not trying to minimize what I did, but
at all.
But the time didn't fit the crime.
Yeah, the time didn't fit the crime.
Now, is it that you didn't have an attorney or not a good enough attorney?
That's basically...
Was it court appointed, and does that matter?
Yeah, it was court appointed.
And that does matter?
And it does matter.
Yeah, it does matter. If you ain't spending no paper, they don't care nothing about none of that.
Right.
Like,
and so even in the disproportionality of even like bail bonds, which is why the cash bond organization is there. The cash bond is about the disparities that's there when it comes to giving somebody a bond to go to prison, the low income versus high income. Where the same bond that they would give you in a low-income urban area, they would get that same bond to somebody in an influence area. And so what we trying to do is making it proportionate all around the board. Like the same bond, if you're going to give a $500 bond to me, but to them, you should give them a bond that's affordable, and $500 is way less than what's affordable. If you give them $500, they should give us $50, based on our income ratio.
Right. It's 1:30. We're going to take a break, and I got a couple video clips. I'm going to play them kind of back to back, and I'd like you to talk through them, tell me what we're looking at.
Icon 10.
Yeah, Icon 10.
The white global vision.
All right, we're going to go to a commercial break. We'll be right back. Don't you guys touch that down. Thank you.
Music of your life.
It's the only station that sounds like it was made for me.
And I can't stop listening. 107.3 FM WVIE.
Respect. Loyalty. Defense. Toughness. Honor. Determination. Confidence. That's what it takes to be a Detroit Gladiator.
Good morning, Detroit. You're rocking with your main man, Roland. It's a beautiful day, ladies. And I want you to call with your requests.
Talk to me, Mr. Radio Man.
Thanks for listening, baby.
Roland and I are going to be hosting and producing the all-new, brand-new dance show, y'all.
So there's gonna be stepping and hustling and lining. All right, you like that?
I get it. But back in the day, the new dance show was the hottest show in town. But we're old. I can do whatever them kids can do, but I can do it better.
Girl, if you don't sit your butt down somewhere before you break a hip.
What's the problem? My wife went out there and got some money, and now she's putting together the dance show again. Look, you got a good woman out here making money, and you crying about it. You just made up in your mind to go over my head and have another meeting without my approval.
Al, I told you I got the money to go on with the dance show, and the investor wanted Roland to host the show with me.
Look, man, how much do you owe these people? That's none of your business. That's your pride, man. Tell me something. This is the 4th time you come to me. This is about who's in charge of everything and everybody.
You want to control everything and everybody. That is why these ratings went down.
Man, your wife is just trying to help you. So I guess you know my wife better than me.
Hey, Mama, you just can't walk up in the studio while I'm live on air.
No, Al, not better. Just longer. Listen, man, I got your money, man. Listen, you're about to get the money. You don't have to worry about it. I got this.
Papa.
Hey, Papa, how you holding up in there?
I'm fine, son. I'm a Flynn. The jail cell won't change that.
That's right, Papa. We're Flynns, and that means something.
Don't you ever forget that, Earl.
I won't, Papa. I won't.
Listen to me, son. Every day I'm in this jail, away from my family, away from my home, makes me realize that life is short. And I don't want to go out like this.
There's no way they can hold you on no weak tax evasion charges.
I'm talking about how we live, how we make our money. I'm tired of looking over my shoulder. Now look here, Earl, you're my firstborn. It's time for you to take control of this business. Can you handle it?
I can handle it, Papa. Whatever you want me to do, I'm down. I know I can run things while you're gone, but Uncle Roy, he ain't going for it. Or Mario. They think they supposed to be in charge anyway.
I know your uncle's out of control, son. Thinks the streets blowing him now that I've been locked up. Thinks it's his time to shine. That kind of man can be dangerous, son. This is business. It's time for us to move forward.
I'm ready, Papa.
What I need you to do, son, is call your uncle. Tell him don't call no family meetings. Don't change protocol. Business stays as usual. I'm still in charge.
can be straight with Uncle Roy. He won't hurt anybody in this family.
Uncle Roy ain't the one to worry about something. The one to worry about is Mario. Now he's a natural-born killer.
Mario, go on, look. I'm here with my man, having fun, just doing my thing. Would you just go on, be about your business?
Tell your boy to get out the truck.
No, Mario. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Don't.
I said tell your boy to get out the truck, Tanya.
God, Mario, would you just leave?
Oh. I got this here.
All right.
Hold this in, all right?
All right, thank you, baby.
Daddy be back in a minute.
All right, Daddy. Come on back now.
Get out the truck, chump. Shut up, Tanya.
Look.
I said shut up.
Mario.
Yeah, hold on just a minute. Hey, Mario, look here, man. Your sister cool, man. She with me, man, all right? Just see where she want to be, all right? So you just go on, be about your way, man.
Be on my way.
Yeah.
Man, you got my little sister turned out on this dope and you gonna tell me she good, G? You disrespectful, man. You real disrespectful.
Okay, Mario. So what we talking about now? Would you finna do something?
Look, you know the Flynn's don't do no drugs. You know that, G.
They do now.
They do now? You telling the Flynn's what to do?
Mario.
What you doing, man?
Mario, don't do this.
What you doing?
Tell me what Mario Flynn gonna do. Tell me that, G. Tell me what I'm gonna do.
Mario, please.
You ain't got it in you, Mario. It ain't in you to kill a real G.
Cheryl Underwood got her own show, now you get yours. Have a business or talent you want to showcase? Have your own show simulcast on WHPR TV and radio, and on Comcast Cable and all of your favorite apps and devices.
Well, here's where you get discovered, right here. This...
Walker's Broadcaster?
Walker's Broadcaster.
Packages start at just $99. Call now. Download the WHPR TV app and catch the Cheryl Underwood show wherever you are.
What's up? This your boy Dwight from Icon 10. The Elite Women Organization that Keep Schools Safe Incorporated presents the inaugural Halloween Masquerade. Come out and support October 27th.
Sorry, I'm back. I want you to tell me about that video. Welcome back, everybody. WVIE 107.3 FM, U.S. Virgin Islands Studios. Yeah. Renee stepping out on faith with Wake 'em Up Wednesday. I got Icon 10 in the building.
That's right. What's up, Renee?
Yeah. You know, it's always good to see you, Mr. Dwight Harris, y'all. Detroit's on.
Dwight Global Vision.
Dwight Global Vision, Dwight Get It Fitting, everything, right?
Everything, Dwight, everything.
Tell me about this video, this clip. I'm gonna clip it back and forth. What is this? The hats we wear with Elite Women Org. What is that?
So, Elite Women is an organization that was created by Carol A. Dorsey.
Okay.
Carol A. Dorsey is, she's magnificent when it comes to business, as well as a person, a friend, my sister. She's great. She's a business woman. She does business to the T, and she's about business. She's about Detroit. She's about entertainment. She's about the women, and she's also about the children, and that's what Keep the Schools Safe is all about. That video there is an inaugural charity event, a Halloween masquerade event.
That's what she's a part of? She's a part of that?
Yes, and she created the Elite Women, is presenting that, and Keep the Schools Safe is presenting a Halloween masquerade ball. And the plight of Keep the Schools Safe is to make sure there's
That's not the one I want.
supplies and the kids have the things they need in the school.
Now that's this one. That's this one right here.
Yes.
Okay.
And so we will be talking about that there. I will be talking about Icon 10 and what we do with our mentorship programming, which is Yale, and how we work with those kids. And I'm also the keynote speaker for Keep the Schools Safe.
Now, where is it going to be?
So this inaugural ball is going to be at PAL.
Okay.
From 5 to 10.
Which one? It's more than one police athletic league.
PAL on Michigan and Trumbull, the new PAL.
Okay, Michigan and Trumbull.
And it's going to be great. It's going to be a lot of people there. It's going to be a lot of good food, great food. It's going to be a lot of ingenuity. It's going to be people creating a lot of different bowls, and it's just a lot of things that they're going to be creating that people want to come see. People going to have masks on. People going to be talking. And they're going to be networking and meeting each other. So just like our last gala, which was great. And had a great turnout. And we want you, our viewers, to come out and celebrate with us.
Tell me about this one here coming up. Let's make sure I got it. This one. Nope, that's not it. That's the elitewomen.org. Tell me about, that's the Halloween. I can't wait for that. I'm going to make sure I bring my grandbabies. Because we work with PAL. We like PAL. And we like to work with the elite women also. That would be great. This one. Tell me about this one. The Block Club United. That's Wabash Street?
That's Wabash. And so we did, Block Club United was created by way of the Michigan Department of Corrections community program just coming out of Lawton Parole. What they were doing was taking those who had community service work to the areas, the block clubs, and they were helping them clean up, and they will be able to erase their community service hours by giving that service to the block club.
Okay.
Where the MDOC needed, I guess, to do other things, and so they no longer had that program, and so they called me, Icon 10, to see would we be interested in continue doing the community piece with the block clubs. And so I did. I took that on. And so what I did is I reinvented it a little bit. And so reinventing it, what I did was I called and asked people would they be willing to lend their lawnmower service? Would they be willing to lend their time with the DJ and the equipment? And would they be willing to lend their time with bounce houses?
Okay.
And so when I figured that people would do that and they were willing to come with us, and so what I did was I got a list from the MDOC, the block clubs that they were.
Now, what's MDOC?
The Michigan Department of Corrections.
Okay.
And so the Michigan Department of Corrections helps out in the community as well by going to the block clubs and seeing where those who had community service work could come and do that work and write it off for just giving back to the neighborhoods. And so Block Club United was created because I figured where we needed a name, and I wanted to do something bigger than just working with the guys that had community service. So what I did was say, well, we'll come to your neighborhood, we'll clean it up, we'll bring a bounce house, and we'll bring a DJ, because we know people will come out for music.
That's right. And bounce house, the children gonna drag the mothers like the ice cream truck.
The vision was to be able to pass out flyers 4 or 5 days in advance to the cleanup, and to bring those who wasn't involved in cleanup before. We can make sure or hope that people will be more interested now that we made the cleanup fun, music, and the things that they were probably accustomed to as kids growing up, cleaning up in the house and music on Saturdays. So what happened was that was the result. We had Judge Mathis had chimed in with us and said that he's in and he's willing to work with us with the Block Club United.
Right.
We got GFL, which is our waste company, and Advanced Waste.
Okay.
Said they were willing to work with us, and a host of other companies, some companies that came from Canada, and they did some work with us on one of the cleanups. And so it's a lot of people that were willing to work with us now with the Block Club United. Block Club United is a program up under Icon 10.
Now, how do we get our block? Everybody, what is it, a list of blocks, or do you guys choose the block, or
well,
how does this work?
What I want everybody to do is to contact me, Mr. Harris, Dwight. You can go to icon10.org on my website and leave your information there, or you can call me at 517-220-3004.
One more time.
It's 517-220-3004.
Now, I want to ask Mr. Michael something. Mr. Bailey?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Bailey, so how long you been home, Max?
About 2 months.
Okay. Things have changed, eh?
Yeah.
But you
basically.
But you can do it, work on it.
About that.
You into the mobile phones and all that stuff now?
Yeah.
Are you
the
good?
only thing that was a problem for was the technology, just the phones and stuff. Everything else,
yeah,
it was like I ain't left.
Dig that. The people, the game definitely ain't changed.
No,
we'll share that with you.
But it's just very few people that live by the rules, though.
Oh, my Lord.
Seems like it ain't no rules no more. It's laws to how this thing go out here.
And levels.
And levels and all that.
And folks act like they don't know about it.
People know what I'm talking about. We ain't gotta,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but
I know it's not always the easiest thing, getting back into society.
Mm-hmm.
We welcome you back.
Yeah.
And I'm glad Icon 10 has been there to help and support you. Are you looking for any work or anything, or you guys set him up, Mr. Harris?
Yes, and so he's looking for work.
Is there something he's skilled in or want to do, or what? I'm sorry?
Well, I cut hair.
You cut hair?
Yeah, I was doing hair back before I got locked up, when I used to wear the processors.
And when I used to do the finger waves?
Yeah, all that. Yeah.
The pump the don't.
I do that thing. That's a hustle,
It is, and it's great. Everybody got hair or not, or whatever. Something got to be done to their head or something.
Yeah. And, that ain't all I do. I do,
You're a master barber? Like, were you able to get certified or whatever, or do you have to not be?
I certified, but I think I'm a master barber.
Okay. Do they allow that stuff in prison? Certifications and things like that? You an opportunity to grow in a skill and things of that nature?
They don't care nothing about that in prison.
They don't care about that?
No.
And that's the thing, like...
it's so overwhelming, Mr. Harris.
Yeah. So the thing is, like, when people are coming home, we expect for them to be ready, because society, like, you don't even know the person, but in your mind, you expect, he should be ready.
I know some prisoners that have mobile phones in prison.
Yeah.
Now, maybe they shouldn't.
And they shouldn't.
But they got them.
And they shouldn't.
How they even get them? But that's probably a whole nother show. We won't even worry about that.
Talk
but
about that
they get on social media and everything.
Yeah, and that's sad. They and like he said, the rules have changed. And so my whole purpose for Icon 10 is that nobody have to go through what I went through as a child. And when I think about it, it's all about prison reform, because as far as back as I can remember, I remember when my daddy went to jail. Okay. So that was one of the biggest events ever in my life from my beginnings that I recall. I don't think I recall nothing greater than getting that news early in the morning in the bed as a kid. And so when I say prison reform, that means that's the first information that I took in as a kid that let me know that prison was something that had something to do with me, when I didn't even know what prison was. I just knew my daddy was there.
Did you think it was a pattern? Because daddy went to prison and then you said
that's
you
what
did a
they
little
say,
time?
but if a person tell you over and over again, when I was a kid going to juvenile, the first thing they'll tell me is that, among the 100 people, only 2 gonna make it. So basically, the odds was always... That was
in school or something? Or just in the neighborhood?
Training school. Juvenile.
Okay.
And so one of the things that I do now is I don't want no child to reach juvenile. I don't want them to get the handcuffs on them first.
That's right.
Because once they get the handcuffs on them, it's this feeling, the psychological feeling.
Oh, my God.
Now I was worried about it and I was scared to go. Now it's okay. See, we don't want our children to feel like it's okay because they had the cuffs on them before. Because most people, once they had the cuffs on them, everybody want to let people know that they went through it and they were strong enough to handle it.
Do I say that beginning part one again? I need the people to hear it and see your face when you say, well, we don't want our children to know, to think that it's okay.
It's okay
to
put the cuffs on, because it's like a trend. Like once you got the cuffs on, that means that you tough. But what people don't realize is, like, I'm not into scared straight. Like scared straight it's a gimmick. It's something to make people think, oh, they're gonna scare somebody to go to prison.
Mhm.
Well, the truth of the matter is, people know the decisions they make before they go, and they choose to make them because they feel like they can handle the consequences, even though they're thinking they're gonna get away with it.
Mm.
So the thing is that what we're trying to do with our youth is that it's not to allow them to have the time to even think about it.
All right.
Now, okay, yeah, a lot of that time must be spent at home with their parents. Well, if the parents are not doing it, then who's supposed to do it?
I know that's right.
And so what we're doing is we're trying to make sure that our children get the proper information. For what we're doing now with our Yale group is we're going to start a group at the Mathis Center.
And tell us
soon.
what the Yale mean again, because we rounded down to the last 10 minutes.
Youth, equality, learning to live. And so what we're doing with that group, we have those children that were responsible for throwing the scooters in the water downtown. And what we did was restorative justice with those youth. And those youth are prospering now. They're doing good. And they love the fact that they have some men in their life that care about them. And I take my time out to go get them and spend time all the way to 8 to 9 o'clock at night because I feel like it's just
right.
time
Right.
that our babies need. They don't need no shackles. They don't need to get no whiff for going to jail.
That's right.
Like everybody said, they need to go in there just to see. Nobody need to go in jail just to see how it feel.
That's right.
Because you
I
may
know
not
that's
be the
right.
same. And it don't take nothing but 5 minutes to really change your life for being locked up in prison.
Right. I like, your genuineness, your realness about
Right.
the situation, because what I get at it is that you ain't playing with them.
Yeah, and then
You're
the
not
thing
playing.
is with the kids, so we're doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And the other program is Let's Get It Fitness. Let's Get It Fitness is about fitness. It's about health. It's called the Flex Program. I
Mhm.
used to be a fitness trainer.
Okay.
So a lot of people say, yeah, I wear many hats.
All right.
And
Hey,
so
I know
was
about
a
the
fitness
hats.
trainer years and years ago. I used to train the girls basketball teams, AAU.
Okay.
Top
Okay.
10. I love the training, and I condition them to be beasts
That's
on the
right.
court when they come up against other girls that's playing
Right.
basketball across the country. So I kind of fell off with that. Then I was doing some training on the riverfront. So we're going to start doing some training, and we're going to target that training and exercise to our community. From Icon 10 was Let's Get It Fitness. You
Okay.
can follow us, and
Yes.
most of it's going to be free.
Okay.
So
now,
we
where
won't-
can they follow you? Because I saw
You
Let's
can
Get It
find us
Fitness
at-
Facebook.
Oh,
didn't
you can go on Facebook and find Let's Get It Fitness page. It's a page, but you can also follow it on icon10.org.
Dig it. So, how can we donate? What if we want to donate?
So you could donate by going to icon10.org, and then and that's the only process we have now. Is you go on there, you can push the donate button, and you can make the donation there. And if you have
Okay.
a problem with that, just let us know. And you can contact me at 517-220-3004.
Listen, I want to know. I need to ask Mr. Bailey this. Mr. Bailey, are you done? Are you still got to do probation and all that?
Yeah, I
50
gotta
years.
I gotta do.
They didn't just let you go.
No, they should have. But it
Sure.
seemed like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, 50 years.
Yeah.
That ain't you didn't max.
No, you can't. I had a life sentence. You can't max off no life.
I heard that.
Yeah.
So they waited 50 years to give you parole.
Right. Exactly.
Okay,
And
but
so-
you're still here.
And so, like with Mike,
Still here.
that's just the reacclimating process. And what we do is we do case management services.
Okay.
And so when guy come home, we just keep a file on him, and we make sure that he continues to make progress.
Like
Where-
reporting and,
Yeah.
and dropping
Yeah.
clean or whatever, things of that nature.
And so we
looking
let-
for work.
Yeah, we let everybody we don't deal with that part because they're men. They already dealing with a restriction already with their agent.
Okay.
But what we basically dealing with, we want them to stay clean.
Right.
And we want to stay positive.
Right.
Stay criminal free, and learn to make a life for themselves.
Now,
once
how
they
can
came
they
home
do
for
that?
society.
How is there any direction to help learn to make it? I know you said there's certain organizations and plus Icon 10.
Right.
But is there well, we're doing this show today, and hopefully we can reach out to somebody that's got their barber shop or something of that nature. Reach out to Mr.
reach
Bailey.
out.
Mr. Bailey, how can we reach you? Through Icon 10 or what?
You can
You
reach
have
me.
a Facebook? What?
No, I have a Facebook. You can reach me through Icon 10.
Be still. Go ahead.
You know,
IconCan.org.
Yeah,
It's a phone number or something on there also?
Yeah, you can reach him there through our Reacclimating Returning Citizens program.
Okay.
And just leave a message, and with anything that you want to do or help Mr. Bailey, you can reach out, and then you can reach me at a number, and then we can exchange numbers with Mr. Bailey as well.
Okay. Also, how many other people are we working with? Can I ask that? In the organization with IconCan, are there other? How many returned citizens is that?
So we started with 10.
Okay.
And like we say, one of the brothers had passed. He's only home 6 days. 60 days, and he had an aneurysm. And so we have a lot of other people that want to do some work, that be doing work with us, like on the side. We haven't really like structured it and put it like in the building because basically we everywhere. We like mobile. We doing a lot of engaging, and we doing a lot of creating. And so we in the process of getting a place in order that people can access us, like walk to
Let
our
me put
building.
this video on. I'm not trying to cut you off. I didn't have this video. I thought I had it.
Anybody can go to prison for a long time. That's 50 some years sitting here, me and her, that we spent in prison, but we could have did something else. Well, I want y'all to enjoy the show. I want to thank Carol Dorsey for allowing us to come here. I want to thank y'all principal. This is the second year. I want to thank the kids last year for being good. Listen, don't jump out y'all chair because y'all see somebody go crazy because y'all principal don't like that. Now, y'all can have fun, but don't go crazy. But we want y'all to be lit, okay? So, I'm gonna get his mic back and say, oh my God, and leave it down. I want y'all to enjoy the show. Don't be sitting there like lumps on the log in y'all chair. I want y'all to jump, to have fun, and enjoy to keep the school safe, all right? Peace, y'all.
I'm back. We back. I was trying to get some more stuff on.
And the thing about that was, what's so like different about that story is that I dropped out, kicked out in the 7th grade, so I wasn't able to experience high school at all. I spent high school basically in prison school.
Okay.
Teaching myself, you know, and so people say, well, what do you mean teach yourself? Well, I didn't know how to read, not comprehensively.
Okay.
But I learned how to read comprehensively when I got me a dictionary and tried to understand every word.
Right.
Because everybody used to talk about the things that they seen on TV,
right.
but I couldn't because I never understood what they were saying.
Really?
No, that's true.
And it's okay to admit that.
It's true.
You probably wouldn't then.
Yeah.
But, you know, I can, because you were, what, teenage?
Yeah, I was a teenager.
So how I can't understand how it got to that, because you was probably skipping school or whatever at the time.
Yeah.
That's how you got that far as teenage and not be able to do the comprehension thing.
Bad, I guess, when I look at it now. It's like,
but now you're smart as a whip. Reading the book, reading everything, picking it up.
Well, I could read 2 books at one time. I never thought I could do it. I didn't even think my mind slowed
Come on now.
Because people might know me like they don't think, oh, I read though. I read a lot. I can read kind of good.
Yeah.
I can read all kind of things. I can read medical diction. I can read a lot of stuff.
Come on
I
now.
can read law. And so my vision is to try to make things better for guys that's coming home from prison. I want to make things better for the children of people that's incarcerated. I want to make sure the families of people that's incarcerated is okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I look at that, that entails everybody. That entails a whole community.
I got Cheryl Underwood coming up next. This is what I need. Mike.
Hey.
Talk to me. Talk to some people. Talk to some young people. Say, look in that camera. Tell them something for me. Tell them something. Give them some word. Tell them something.
Well, to the young people.
They be real. Keep it clean. Just be real. Genuine.
Be real with it. Okay. I just want the young people to know, man, you ain't got to be with the in crowd.
Yep, that's right.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
See, the in crowd is the mass of people. See, the mass don't lead. They led.
That's right.
You know?
Okay.
They led. So do your own individual thing. You know when you doing something wrong because you can feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you can feel when you're doing something good.
That's right.
Right.
It's a spiritual thing. You might not be aware of what you're using right now, but that doesn't mean you're not going to be aware later on down the road.
And it's going to come out.
And it's going to come out because the power's in the knowing.
That's right.
You know, when you know what you're using. So I know most of the younger crowd in the community suffer from peer pressure. They just want the fit somewhere.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, that's good. I appreciate that, and we can contact you through. Icon 10, Mr. Harris.
Yes.
Tell the young people something. Tell them something.
I'm telling young people.
Give us a message.
We gotta.
Let's take it home.
Innocent Integrity Bureau. We have a symposium October 5th, which is Saturday at the Judge Mathis Center, and it's about knowing your rights. We have Judge Kenneth King. We got Captain Kyra Hope. We got Pastor Barry Randolph. We got some exonerees speaking. Attorney Gabby Silverman may be there.
Mm-hmm.
So we want people to come out to the Mathis Center at 2 o'clock. Try to come early. There's limited seating. So we could talk about your rights. The community need to know about their rights.
And that's real.
And what their rights are.
Right.
Now that's real for real.
Mm-hmm.
For real. InnocentMaintain.org, family. InnocentMaintain.org. Is that right?
Innocent Maintain.
I'm
is an
sorry.
organization
I'm
that
sorry.
we created. That is our baby.
That's y'all baby too, but we
That's
talking
our
about
baby.
icon10.org
But Icon 10
today.
Basically, is the umbrella around
I got
a lot
both
of
of
the
them.
programming, and Icon 10 is like I am the founder, and as well as the president of Innocent Maintain, and we deal with wrongful convictions around the country. And
Yes,
we gonna wherever we can meet you at, we gonna help you. We looking for funding for Innocent Maintain.
Also,
and we are also opening up Zonery House right here in Highland Park.
Really? Oh yeah.
On Longwood.
Yep, I seen it. It's
Longwood.
nice.
So we're gonna we're gonna open that up. We're gonna have a ceremony. We're gonna try to have the mayor, the chief. We're gonna have everybody come out to celebrate that some exonerees that we have somewhere for exonerees to go. We don't have to worry about those barriers, and then we're going to continue to try to have more houses for exonerees or people that's in need that's coming from being incarcerated.
I'm sorry. So Icon 10 though, are we putting any housing together with that as well?
Icon 10 is going to create a house, wrongful conviction house, an exoneree house up under Innocent Integrity Bureau.
Okay.
Innocent Integrity Bureau is a parent to Icon 10. I mean, Innocent Maintain.
Right.
And so we work together to bring about, and the Innocent Bureau, basically what we're dealing with is just media coverage where people can know about all the facets of what people go through with wrongful conviction, what the mothers go through, what the girlfriends go through,
right?
How they lose their houses or put all their money up trying to get their children out for something somebody did wrong to another person.
Right.
And we're still dealing with the accountability of those who are responsible for these people going to prison. And big shout outs for Jimmy Gardner, big shout outs to Daryl Burden and all the Innocent Project, big shout outs to the Innocent Networking Conference is coming up March 27th and 28th in Chicago. Make sure everybody there and come in support of wrongful conviction around the country.
I agree.
Icon 10.
Icon 10, and I agree. And whatever Icon 10 is doing, and even Innocent Maintain, yet I know you're here today representing Icon 10, icon10.org. Donations can be put in at icon10.org as well, right?
That's right.
So whatever you guys are doing, make sure let me know. Shoot me a text. Shoot me a hey Renee, not the day of. I need to know ahead of time.
Yeah,
so I need a little bit in advance. Mr. Michael Bailey, I want to thank you for sitting in with us today. Icon 10, I want to thank you for even bringing Mr. Bailey in and coming, Mr. Dwight Harris. You got a lot to share and a lot to grow with the people already. And make sure you bring yourself back here.
I will.
Yes,
I'll do
we
that.
will. And thanks, Renee.
Thanks for having me.
And thanks for supporting, Renee.
Hey, it's my pleasure. I got
and
you.
thanks R.J. Watkins and
Mr.
thanks
Henry
R.J.
Tyler.
Watkins, Mr. Henry Tyler and R.J. Watkins Jr.
Yeah, we got your backs. Well, of course, we run Detroit radio. Right?
We run Detroit.
But we on VIE today. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm that way. You know, I don't mean harm ever.
Yeah.
It's all good in the hood. Cheryl Underwood Radio is coming up next. You guys, if you got any more questions, please feel free to follow Mr. Dwight Harris with Icon 10.
Facebook, Icon 10, Instagram, Icon 10, Twitter as well.
And Let's Get Fitness.
And
You're going to get them girls. They're going to
Facebook.
be wanting to do.
Let's get it.
They're going to be ready to do basketball. And,
Let's get
because the men are the best ones. Well, I won't say that. But you guys are pretty good when it's time to.
The girls workhorses, though.
Yeah, and
they're easy to train. Because they love it. They really love it. They love it. I ain't saying they love it more than men. I'm saying one love more than the other, but they both play and they play hard.
Yeah, and you're right. My daughter played for basketball. She played for Northwestern High School. Their coach used to put them up against the boys.
And one of the things I want to tell you, like, you see me, when I'm doing like this is something I said when I was a kid in prison, that if I ever make it, I'm always throw the fit. Because I always like the fines.
All right.
And this means that it's good. Everything good in the hood.
That's what's up. Thank you for coming. I love you guys. And I'll see you next time, okay? Make sure you come on through. All right, we're out of here, y'all.
Global Vision.
Peace.
IE 107.3 FM Charlotte.
You're watching
Virgin
WHPS, Highland Park, Detroit.
FM 80.